What's going on, guys and gals? Wanted to make another quick video. This one is not educational and more informational. I mean, unless you learn something, I guess it's a little bit educational, but I wanted to talk about a potential recurring buy pressure on RON, something that we all, I think, or at least all RON holders would love to see be implemented. And it's something that, G-Host has kind of been tweeting a little bit about it. He likes to call it the fee switch. And this kind of originated with Uniswap, but Ronin Network and Katana might actually be ahead of it when it comes to activating this fee switch. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the Ronin Treasury. If you're not too familiar with it, you can actually find the Ronin Treasury. There is a wallet that I could link it in the comments below, and you can find it on the blockchain. You can see all the tokens that are in the Treasury. Now, I like to copy this into WoW3 because they have a bit of a cleaner interface. A lot cleaner interface, where you can actually see the total amount in the Treasury and all the tokens that are currently in the Treasury, sitting pretty idle. Now, you might be wondering, Travis, how do these tokens even get into Treasury? If we look at a very old post from 2021, when Katana first launched, you can see that it was stated that 0.05% of each swap that happens on Katana goes to the Ronin Treasury. Now, again, this was back in 2021. A lot of things have been added since then. And if we look at this proposal that I'll be talking more about, you can see that there are more ways that the Treasury can be filled. So of course we have our Katana trading fees. We have the Mavis marketplace total volume, 0.5% of that. And also all RNS registrations and renewals, 30% of all those fees go to the Treasury. So we have all types of tokens coming from Katana. We have RON coming from marketplace fees, and we have RON coming from RNS. Put that all together and you get this beautiful treasury of about $3.72 million. As you can see, there's $1.8 million in wrapped ETH, 700K in wrapped RON, almost 600K in USDC, a lot of SLP, a lot of AXS, a lot of regular RON, and a whole bunch of meme coins. Anything that's touched Katana, there's going to be a little bit of it, even if it's dusts, in the Ronin Treasury. So how can we use this? It's sitting idle. What can be the plan for this? We don't really have an open governance structure, but what can we do to kind of help the price of RON? Because right now, RON is sitting around $1, just under $1, and I'm sure everybody wants to know what can kind of pump the price. So here we are with the fee switch. This proposal was actually made 1 year ago by Artic, an OG Axie and Ronin community member, very active. And he proposed that the Treasury is used to buy back and burn RON. So this would be a massive burn mechanism for RON if it's activated. And if I was to summarize it for you, I think some of the best parts are here, these kind of two paragraphs. So what he suggests is that 100% of all the RON that's currently in the Treasury is left untouched. It's there. We'll use it for something further in the future. However, only 20% of all non-RON tokens are left untouched, and 80% of them are used to buy back and burn RON. So again, that would be all the wrapped ETH, or 80% of the wrapped ETH, 80% of the USDC, 80% of SLP. All the tokens here, 80% of them are used to buy back and burn RON. And if we look at RON, there's going to be a total supply of 1 billion. So that total supply will actually start going down as tokens get burnt. And in fact, it might actually turn RON deflationary. Now, there's still an inflation happening with RON since we don't have the full circulating supply out. But if there's a strong enough deflationary pressure, it could actually be more than the inflation. And if it's not, then when all the tokens are unlocked, it will definitely be a deflationary measure. So that is something that is technically really good for RON and something that I find quite interesting. And just so you guys know, this would be done once activated over a 3-month period. And I think this is good because the other tokens kind of need a little bit of a warning, because if suddenly 80% of all this J-Host, 80% of all this AXS, SLP was to suddenly get dumped into RON, we would all be happy as RON holders, but as token holders, it's actually quite sudden. So it is something you want to look out for if this proposal gets passed, that your other tokens might take a little bit of a hit as the treasury gets cleared out. And then from there, They said for future treasury kind of like inputs, they want to have this 80% of whatever gets put into the treasury automatically is used to buy and burn RON. So that it all happens in one transaction. You don't even have to see it, where 20% of everything that's kind of stayed can stay in the RON treasury. So I find this pretty interesting. I think the only thing waiting is for for this to get approved and passed. I think if we can make a little bit of noise about it, activate fee switch, maybe it can be put up in priority, because I think right now is an opportune time to do some buyback and burns of RON. RON is just under $1. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of USDC that could be used to buy a lot of RON right now and either burn it or keep it in the treasury. But it's up to you guys. If it's something that you guys like, let me know. If you guys don't like this and think you have a better idea, just shoot them in the comments. But wanted you guys to kind of know what's going on. And if Uniswap does activate their own fee switch, I'm sure that will speed up this process. But we could also lead the charge and start it in Ronin sooner than them. So we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. And thanks for watching. Cheers.